The 9th death anniversary of Abdul-Khaliq Ansari, advocate, a prominent Kashmiri nationalist leader and founder of the Jammu and Kashmir Plebiscite Front, was commemorated in the heart of Alam Rock on Saturday the 18th of June 2022 and was supported by Radio Aapki Awaaz and Art Design and Print and organised by Ikram Mirza, Zai-ul Haq, Muhammad Amin Ansari and Mansoor Malik Ansari.
عبدالخالق انصاری نے نہ صرف نظریہ خود مختار کشمیر کی آبیاری کی بلکہ جو تحریک انہوں نے 1965 میں شروع کی، آج وہ تحریک جو ہے وہ کشمیر کے کونے کونے میں پہنچ چکی ہے. تو مختلف زعماء جو ہیں وہ مختلف پارٹیوں کے مختلف کارکنان جو ہیں وہ برطانیہ بھر سے آج یہاں عالم راک میں اکٹھے ہوئے ہیں، ان کو خراج عقیدت پیش کریں گے.
Muhammad Amin Ansari welcomed everyone and gave an introduction speech outlining the significance of the event.
The purpose of today's event is to pay tribute to what is known as the father of the nation of the independent movement.
And paved the way for a brief Holy Quran recitation to formally start and bless the event.
اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين.
Distinguished guests and comrades from all over the UK came to pay a fitting tribute, with many sharing their own personal stories having spent time with Abdul-Khaliq Ansari, each reinforcing the leader's exceptional leadership skills and attributes. Abdul-Khaliq Ansari completed his early education at Mirpur. He then joined Prince of Wales College, Jammu in 1943, from where he graduated in 1947. He joined Kashmir's freedom struggle at the age of 16 in Jammu. He was actively associated with the National Conference and participated in the Roti agitation against the government's failure to provide food grains to the citizens. Ex-Birmingham City Councillor Ansari Khan met Abdul-Khaliq Ansari briefly during his own youth student years and was immediately drawn to Ansari's ideology.
मेरे भाइयों, खालिक अंसारी साहब का नजरिया या हर कश्मीरी की सोच कॉमन है, चाहे हम खुद मुख्तार कश्मीर के बलीवर हूं या वो कश्मीरी जो इलाके पाकिस्तान या इलाके हिंदुस्तान की बात करते हैं, वो कश्मीरी हैं, उनकी सोच को हमें एहतराम देना चाहिए. लेकिन एक बात पर हम सब इकट्ठे हो सकते हैं कि रियासत जम्मू कश्मीर एक इबादत है, रियासत को तकसीम नहीं होना चाहिए. यही नजरिया खालिक अंसारी का था, इसी नजरिए पे हमने इकट्ठे होना है. और आखिरी बात मैं कहना चाहता हूं कि खालिक अंसारी साहब चले गए, मकबूल भट्ट शहीद को 11 फरवरी 84 में फांसी के फंदे पर लटका दिया गया और आज यासीन मलिक को सजाए मौत सुना दी गई है. हमारी लीडरशिप को हमारे रास्ते से हटाया जा रहा है. इस मुल्क में हम वो वाइड होप हैं कश्मीरियों की जो कुछ कर सकते हैं.
Many of Abdul-Khaliq Ansari's friends and associates remember him as a skilled orator and debater during his college days. He, along with his class fellows Ved Basin and Balraj Puri, founded the Jammu Students' Union with Ansari as president and Ved Basin as general secretary. The Students' Union was closely associated with the National Conference and participated in the Quit Kashmir movement. Abdul-Khaliq Ansari was jailed by the Pakistani authorities over a dozen times and spent several years in jails during his struggle for independence, against the curbs on people's civil liberties and for the cause of Mirpur. Ansari, along with Mehta, Minister of State for Home in Indira Gandhi's cabinet, went on hunger strike once for several days to protest against the setting up of a separate kitchens for Muslims and non-Muslims in the hostel of Prince of Wales College. The authorities relented by reverting back to the common kitchen for all the students. Mr. Zubair Mansoor Malik recalled his poignant memories of his late grandfather and the continued struggle for an independent Kashmir referendum seeking autonomy.
मेरे दोस्तों, ये डेढ़ इंच की मस्जिद बनाकर जो अलग सजदे किए जा रहे हैं, इनका कोई सवाब नहीं है. अगर आपने अपने वतन को आज़ाद देखना है, अगर आपने अपने वतन को एक खुदमुख्तार रियासत बनाना है, अगर रियासत जम्मू और कश्मीर के बाशिंदों को एक बावकार मकाम दिलाना है, تو متحدہ کر ایک ڈیموکریٹک پارٹی کے قیام عمل میں لائیں اور جدوجہد کریں اور اس جدوجہد کو اس وقت تک جاری رکھیں جب تک آپ کا وطن آپ کے اپنے پاس نہیں ہو جاتا. میں
Ansari was in his hometown of Mirpur when partition took place. After qualifying for law, he started his legal practice as advocate at Pakistani High Court and Supreme Court. He was the founder president of the Jammu and Kashmir Plebiscite Front and struggled for the independence of United Jammu and Kashmir. He was a staunch supporter of peaceful and non-violent struggle and opposed gun culture. Due to his old age and ill health, he shifted to the USA for a couple of years and stayed in New York, where his sons were working, but then returned back to Mirpur.
My name's Umar Yassin. I'm born and brought up in Birmingham, and I'm a barrister by background.
We're here today to commemorate the 9th death anniversary of your late Nanaji, a man who played a pivotal role for the struggle for Kashmir, a man who has quite often been also been associated with leaders of yesteryear, Nelson Mandela, Martin Luther King, Desmond Tutu. That's quite a legacy to follow, isn't it?
It is quite big shoes to fill, but I think what I would say is first and foremost, to others he may have been a political personality, but to me first and foremost he was family, and we had a very deep blood relation, as well as, you know, showed a lot of care and love and affection since I was a kid. So I think I would remember him differently to maybe people that have just associated with him politically. So very different perspective maybe compared to some.
On this June the afternoon, we're here in the heart of Birmingham, of course, a very big Kashmiri community. I mean, the legacy that the man has left is immense. But what people actually forget is he was also a very pious man, a man who had great advocacy skills, and he had those because he came from that legal profession, just like yourself.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think you've hit the nail on the head there in terms of it was his piety, and I think his selflessness and the sincerity of his intention that means we're still celebrating his legacy 9 years after he passed away, because all he did, everything he did, his entire struggle was for the cause of an independent Kashmir, rather than to try and enrich himself or his family, whether materialistically or politically or financially, and I think that's what he'll be remembered for the most.
Abdul-Khaliq Ansari's death left a deep void, and leading the tributes was JKLF chairman Yassin Malik, who said, "Today we mourn the death of a leader who pioneered our struggle and gave the idea of independent Kashmir. He was a highly educated person and could have led a luxurious life, but he chose the way of thorns and remained steadfast in the struggle for freedom." Abdul-Khaliq Ansari was a nobleman, and even during his illness, it did not deter him from struggling for the causes dear to him. He died on June 16th, 2013, after battling a prolonged illness. He was 87.
उस पर अगर हम चले तो इंशाअल्लाह हमें आज़ादी ज़रूर नसीब होगी।